Cookie Client was a client for 1.21.2, but it's now been updated to 1.21.94. So we can maybe start off with Cookie 1.21.2. This already existed, and a friend of mine actually covered it over on his channel. I'll put the link to that in the description. Anyways, as you can see, this was already Cookie Rebirth. Also, I'm thinking of maybe changing the channel name to I Might Swerve. Let me know what you think of that. I just bipped right on the highway. Trackhawk sitting in the driveway. I have Cookie Client here, and as you can see, we can press on the insert key on our keyboard to open up this click GUI area, which, yeah, so this client is skidded. No, it's not actually, because, I mean, obviously not a single 1.21.2 client is skidded. This client, honestly, it looks like they just removed all the styling from the click GUI. Is functional, I guess, that's the plus, and it works pretty good. So, I mean, yeah, for this being a client, it's quite a unique one, and it's decent, dude. We got these customization menus on a lot of these modules. We can hover above these and we'll get a description, pressing the insert key, by the way, to open up the click GUI area, of course. And for the rest, it's just a decent client. As you can see, it even displays the module count over here, a whole 137, which is pretty sick. Opening up the chat, you can type .help. My bad, all clients using this base for some reason don't have a help command, but you can just use the commands, but for some reason you can't list them. Maybe it's .list.ls. I'm stupid. You guys get the point. With that being said, let's move on to 1.21.94, 92, 90, whatever, it can be any version. By the way, you can get this in my Discord server, going to be linked down in the description below. Also, we're kind of getting close to 100,000 members, which that'd just be so insane. I'm going to be doing a gigantic giveaway when that happens. Anyways, back here, we can simply select Cookie for 1.21.94 using Fate Client Injector, by the way. Probably the best client injector. I will link that as well. And we've got Cookie right over here. Apparently it doesn't work while tabbed, but who cares? As you can see, here it is. Scam Place. I mean, this is already bonus points, man. For some reason, a lot of these clients don't really work well together with vibrant visuals. And honestly, although the concept of vibrant visuals is very cool, I think it's like kind of overrated. But anyways, here we have Cookie Client. You can press on the insert button on your keyboard, and that is going to open up their click GUI area. As you can see, this looks quite different from the other one, and someone told me that this was mainly because they just removed some utilities to be able to update it easier, which I guess is fair enough. Which does bring us on to the point that Cookie Client, as it stands, currently isn't perfect, but it does work pretty well, and I think that it not being perfect definitely doesn't matter, considering the fact that it's not a blatant skid, at least not on this version, and that it has, like, actually just been updated. Trust me, I've actually also seen happen a few times that a client would update to a newer version, but instead they just skidded a client already updated to that version and renamed it. Like, that is not a V2, bro. Anyways, Cookie Client is pretty decent. As I said, insert key to open up this click GUI area. We got these customization menus over here. If you right click, 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 you get the idea. It's a pretty neat client. We have the array list in the bottom right hand side by default for some reason. I guess the devs decided to be a little quirky. And so yeah, you could definitely consider checking out this client. For the commands, once again, there's no .help command, so I'm not even going to type it into the chat this time. But they do work. They have been updated, which is neat. In the click GUI area over here as well, we've got quite a few of the most important utilities. Stuff like Kill Aura, we've got Reach, Velocity, Fly, stuff like Fulbright, which is really nice. No Scaffold, sadly, but oh well. Who needs Scaffold if you can fly, right? That's definitely not a valid point, but I don't care. Also, yes, Cookie Client does actually exist for Minecraft Java Edition as well, but that is also a completely different client that I have actually covered too, so don't get too confused. Anyways, for right now though, I think that was basically that for right now. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I do of course hope to see you all again in the next one. Bye-bye.